Welcome to the Reno Ring, where we have real talk, real trade, and real profit. This is a place where we pull back the drywall and look at the framing of real live businesses. All right, we're here with Mike today from Mike's Home Rejuvenation in Burlington. He services Holt, the GTA, Hamilton, Waterloo, Kitchener, and he does bathroom and kitchen remodel. And everyone sees the finished kitchen on Instagram, but nobody talks about the absolute chaos of managing crews and the stress of the yo-yo months and wondering where your next lead is going to come from. Mike has been a remodeler since 1982. Like, seriously, 44 years, you guys. Absolutely crazy. And he's going to talk about how he overcame pricing jobs badly to being an absolute expert. I am your host, Karen, the girl on fire. I run a suite of business growth companies, bridging the gap between old school sales strategies, grit, and new school AI automation with Kit. I started my first company when I was 12. I've won over 24 awards. I've shared stages with Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jack Canfield, and right now, my vision and focus is helping founders 2x their revenue for 100 businesses using my family feud style strategy. And this episode is sponsored by Momentum with AI, helping businesses improve operations by installing AI agents. So let's dive into it, Mike. What inspired you to start your business?
Well, I guess the easiest way to say is I've heard a lot of people talk about the negative aspect of the industry we're in. Uh, I thought there'd be room for a clear cut, honest contractor that would come in, and there are lots of them. Don't get me wrong, but an additional honest contractor, I figured let's do this. Helps me sleep at night. There's lots of people that need help that can't necessarily afford six-figure renovations. So I knew there was a niche for that. It's been my passion a very long time. Now I get to help people and do what I love.
Awesome. So what were you doing before you started your company?
Before that, I was in a corporate role for gas and oil and gas industry. Uh, I was doing that about 17 years. What happened is the demand of that role, I would continuously do renovations outside to de-stress and helping people along before I got into this profession professionally like I am now. And well, it eased my stress. So why not do it full time and just go into it?
Awesome. And that was like what, 11 years ago, full time?
That's when I resigned from my past life and started my new one. Yeah, that's right. 11 years ago.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I had a health clinic for 25 years and I was speaking on stages teaching business and marketing, and COVID shut down the clinic. And I'm like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah. Right.
But then all my friends started asking me for help with getting online and digital stuff. And I was like, I don't do that. And they were like, yeah, you did it for yourself. Can you help us? I was like, no. They were like, but you did it. I was like, okay, all right. So here we are.
Yeah.
So, did you always know you wanted to run your own business, or was there like a moment when you were in corporate and you were like, "This is it. I'm switching," or did it just happen naturally? Like you just got more jobs and
Well, I've always loved numbers. And in corporate, you're basically running. In my position, I was basically running the region of Ontario, so it just came natural. I thought starting this would be nice and easy. I've been doing it forever. It's not that easy, let me tell you. Yeah, but I was ready for it.
okay. Well, what like I mean, what wasn't that easy? You can't just leave us hanging like that. What?
Really, it's
You,
it's the
whoa.
demand and pressure you put on yourself. That's a
Mm,
lot of it. It's that old cliche. You can't please everybody, but you want to. So,
right, right.
in the
Okay. Well,
beginning, you become your own worst enemy almost. You just
what do
wanna
you
help
mean?
everyone and stick to your vision.
Okay. What do you mean you can't help everyone? 'Cause you and I talked about that a little bit before when we were prepping for this, right? So tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, if you have a client and they really need something done, I will do everything I can to get it done for you in your price range, but sometimes that's not possible. We have done some pro bono work, for lack of a better term, I guess you'd call it, to help people out, but there is a limit to how much I can do. And then it just gets to you, I really wish I could help this person. It's just not in their means or mine to go ahead and do that. And you've got to just that's just how it is. It's hard to not take it so personal. That's one of the things. I take this very personal. This is my baby. This company's my
Right.
baby. So
Right. Oh, hey, trust me, I understand. It's like my first car. My all my businesses are just like my first car. Like, I started my first business when I was 12, and I wouldn't want that business now, but it was a great business. Like, I was really proud of it, and yeah, it's totally like a badge I wear on my chest, is I
right,
was
yeah.
really proud of what I did and what I created out of nothing as a 12-year-old, for God's sakes. Like,
No,
I was
absolutely. You should be proud.
yeah, I didn't know what I had done until I'd done it, and I always say to people, "You don't know what you don't know until you know it." But, yeah, it was like what they call an unconscious competent, and I had booked myself out 3 years before I realized that there wasn't enough of me to go around. I mean, great problem to have, right? So, anyway,
Yeah.
back to you. So how did you come up with your business name or brand? I think I already know the answer to this one, but it's in there, so we'll ask it.
Well, at that time, Mike Holmes was the everything, the know all, the have all everyone wanted to be. Well, a lot of people look at home renovation companies. My name's Mike. You got home, so Mike's. I just put the plural on my name. And
Yep,
as for the rejuvenation, I just Googled synonyms for renovation, and I came up with rejuvenation. And I thought, you know what? Holy jeez, I got it done. That's it.
nice. I
And
love
yeah,
it.
I'm
So
still
how
kind
did
of
you
proud of that.
That's awesome. I love it, I love it. I love asking that one. So how did you get your very first customer, and how are things different now?
Well, when we first started, I have a guy who handles my media, helps me with all that stuff. I can build a house. I can barely turn on a laptop. That's how it is. So it was May 24, a long weekend. We went live with our Facebook media. And on that Wednesday of that same week, I got a job doing a small retaining wall. I think it took about 3 hours. And then after that, it just snowballed, and here we are. I still think sometimes that what the heck happened here, but oh, I'm glad it did. But yeah, I don't know, right place, right time, stars were aligned. It just went right from there. We have,
Uh,
knock on wood, we have not had any severe downtime or anything since that first job.
that's awesome. So we all know in the early days, it's all word of mouth, it's all referrals. So now that you're established and you've got a crew behind you, you've got team that's relying on you, what's actually moving the needle for you now? Like, how do you get the biggest question guys always ask me, like, how do I get more customers? How do I get more consistent customers? So what's your secret?
Well, now we're focusing more on. We've just redone our website. We're getting into more. Unfortunately, I'm looking into AI, that type of stuff. But our backbone, what we're known for, is our client care and that giving. We really do listen to our clients. This isn't a pitch or a speech. We sit down, we listen to them. We will come over to your house and hang a picture while we're talking to you, just because it needs to be done while we're doing the estimate. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We've all got to sleep at night, and we sleep with a good conscience. So
That's awesome.
that gets around.
We love customer care and we love word of mouth, but that doesn't keep the pipeline full consistently. All the guys are like, at some point, you just can't rely on that. So I know you got a website. I know you do something else that you haven't mentioned here today. So I just want to like make sure we don't leave anything out for the guys who are trying to learn from you. So right now, what you do is a lot of something on social media. A lot.
Advertise.
Well, you told me that you have a media guy who posts what? What do you do at the end of each job?
Oh, we've got our before and afters. We personalize it right there. We do promotions. try to give back to the community as much as we can.
Yep.
In terms of like in December of 2025, anyone who went with us, we gave 10% of the estimate to the food bank. That seems to be in real need right now. We've had people write stories to us on renovations that they wanted done. And if it's important, we would do it for free just to get out there. Uh, Again, it's
You
helping
know,
everybody, making it aware, and it's not just it's hitting and servicing our community and just doing what we can.
that's awesome. So, did you use the words walkthrough? Did you say that you film a walkthrough?
We have done walkthroughs. We've done before and after videos. We've done aerial. Uh,
Nice.
uh, the
Wait,
social
wait, wait,
media.
wait, 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 wait. I thought you did kitchen and bathroom. What do you mean aerial?
Oh, what? Kitchens and bathrooms are our specialty. Everyone we're known large for that.
Okay.
We're also known for our basements, our hardscaping, our outside landscaping, our deck work. I could
Ah,
go on and on. We do stairs, remove load bearing walls. We do everything except carpet.
right, right. Because who
Too
wants
hard
that
on the
anymore?
knees.
Who
Too hard
wants
on
that
the knee.
anymore?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
too hard on the knees. Is that the problem?
that's
Uh,
absolutely. I'm not getting any younger.
I hear ya. I hear ya. But you got guys to do that, right?
I do.
Awesome.
I do like to be on the tools once in a while still.
Awesome. All right.
Absolutely.
So curious, now that we went down that rabbit hole, is there any services you offered early on that you don't offer anymore? And if there are, why?
There are none. In the beginning, like I said, that first job we got 3 days after going live online. I think that job was about $300 labor and material. We will we will go to somebody's house and hang a picture for minimal charge. We will still go and do that. I get a lot of requests for referrals to somebody who will, you know, hang a closet door, and I'm like, no, we'll do that. You don't have to go anywhere else. It's not a problem. Uh, I'm a little biased. We did very good work. We've got some big projects, but we will go hang a closet door. We'll hang a
That
picture. No problem.
awesome. All right. I know I'm so excited for this answer because I already know the backstory. But how did you learn the ropes? Did you already know the trade, or did you figure it out on the go? We had a great combo about that.
Well, we're going back to my childhood here, correct? Yeah, yeah. So
1982,
yeah,
82.
born and raised in Milton. We're going to say, a bit before the '80s. Uh, but back then, small town, kids getting the mischief all the time. Uh, and I was one of them. Believe that. So it wasn't being sent to my room to go lay in the comfy bed. I think it was 10 o'clock. I was hauling, or 10 years of age. I was hauling shingles up to the roof. That would be my punishment. By 12, I was doing a basement. By 15, I'd already done a carport. We've done patios. I've done a deck. We've built sheds. You name it. I've done plumbing in a bathroom. I think by 16 or so, I did my first bathroom. So it's just how it's been like that forever. It's always been my passion, and stress relief from real life is just get into it, go paint something, go build something, kick back and admire what you're doing.
That's awesome. I love that. All right. So what everybody wants to know is what's the big challenge when you're getting started? So all the guys who are watching this that are not at the same stage of business or you are going to say like, what do I need to know to get started? So what's the biggest, hump you got to get over when you first get started?
How to price the job.
Right.
Number
So let's
one.
talk about that. That's your number one early struggle to current success. So tell me about that.
Well, when you start, again, how long is it going to take you? What's your true overhead? You have all those expenses in. Have you incorporated those in? When you're pricing the project, because you're relatively new and the industry we're in, it's a different house. It's always a different project, different age of a home. Are there any unforeseens you're going to run into that you need to make the client aware of that could be possible? It could affect the price later. You want to be as open and transparent as possible with them. And when you don't have that necessary experience, when you go full time, it can be intimidating, and some things you may not even be aware of until you get that experience. But with each job, you get more confident, you get the experience. It doesn't get easy, it gets easier. There's still
Right.
some
And
jobs when we're going into a 100-year-old home or more, what's this going to cost? What we've got to do here? And I've got to shake my head sometimes. And you know what? I need a minute to figure this out. There's always
yeah, I
something
mean,
new exciting.
yeah, my ex is a contractor, and we know Century homes have different rules. We always know there's knob and tube wiring, but 2 things that you mentioned in our pre-podcast interview that you didn't mention here that I think is worth talking about is supplier pricing. And there's another one I just forgot, but what talk to us about so you were saying, like, the biggest challenge when you're getting started is knowing your prices. Oh, I know what the other one was. I told you, he used to open up a wall and find mold or find, you know, plumbing over electrical or something like that, and then he didn't know how to price it on top of what he already priced for the homeowner, right? And he felt bad that he opened up the wall and, somebody stuck a dryer vent into their like, to nowhere, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't properly vented,
Yeah.
and, like, talk to me a little bit about those things when it comes to pricing, because I think that's really important for guys starting out.
Well, uh, when you run into the unforeseen, like you said, mold, etc., in the walls, uh, number one, don't panic. Don't
That's a
panic.
good point.
Yes. Uh, you take a minute. You got to assess it. Figure out what needs to be done. Uh, right away, you've got to let the client know. As soon as you've got your head wrapped around it, you've got to speak to the client. Establish with them, this is what's going to be involved. This is how long it's going to take. That is first and foremost. Afterwards, you can deal with the pricing of the products that will be needed, but you need to always include your client. Never do anything without including them. And also, don't just give them bad news. Give them the good news. Hey, today went great. We're on budget. I got you. The material may have cost $100 more, or sometimes you saved 100. Just engage with them.
That's
And
awesome.
again, the more engagement you have, the more confidence you gain as well. And it just makes it easier to talk with people, and then it just becomes habit. Whereas, hey, like I'll joke around with some clients, like, sorry, I'm a little uneasy right now. Today we had a great date. Nothing went wrong. That makes me nervous. So but then they laugh. It breaks the tension, and it's just, we're going into your house. We're your guests. We're working with you. We're not working for you. You're not. You're not lucky to have us. We're lucky to have each other. So let's be comfortable in the area we're in together.
I love it. I love it. I think that's gonna help a lot of guys, like, the client communication is more important than they realize, and I don't think we've had anybody talk about that yet, but, it can actually help your nerves by just being open with the homeowner and just telling them what's going on a day-to-day basis, right?
Oh,
I think that's a
absolutely.
really good tip. Yeah, I think that's a really good tip. Okay, the burning question all the guys wanna know right now is,
Well,
are
here
you
you go.
AI to solve any challenges in your business yet? And if so, how?
Okay. Oh, geez. Here we go. Yeah.
It's
Again,
okay if you're not. It's
tech,
okay if you're not.
tech
It's some
is
guys have
not
incorporated it, some guys haven't yet.
tech is not my strong point. We have not incorporated it as of yet. I'm not saying we won't. Uh, it's a heck of a learning curve. I've got to turn my head around it. I am open to anything, of course, uh, uh, to grow, expand, and even just to learn. So it's on the table.
Alright,
I've
have
got
you
to get
got
more
any idea?
information every other
Sorry?
day. I'm hearing something else AI can do. So,
Right. So what are you
yeah,
thinking so far? Like you've heard about some things. What are you thinking? Because you're seasoned, right? Like you've been doing this forever. You
yeah,
know the old school ways. So what are you thinking so far is like a good idea if somebody's listening, they're a young whippersnipper and they're as my dad used to call them.
yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know
they're
that.
thinking of getting into it. They grew up in the digital age. What do you think's the smartest AI solution for, incorporating the old school with the new school? What do you think?
I think it's called like the chat bot or something where if somebody's reaching out, wants to contact you in whatever form it is, uh, phone, text, I like that AI can respond right away. Number
Nice.
one, that shows
Awesome.
there's my attention before you even put your phone down. If you're messaging us, we've responded, and then I get a notice that you know somebody's reaching out. That gives me some time to get a hold of them. But I think again, it's that immediate response saying, "Hey, we're aware of it. We got it. We're going to get right to you." We
That's
have
awesome.
upgraded our website recently, last month actually, where it's much easier to get a hold of me, and I'm getting it more direct. The requests for us to come out, and it's making it easier for me to answer, which is increasing or decreasing my response times, because sometimes you just can't get to the phone. If I'm sitting with a client that we're actively working with, it could take 2 or 3 hours depending on what I'm doing. But I think with that AI chat and they get an instant response, it's good right on the outside, right away.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So another question we get from guys is like unhappy customers. So we all know reputation is huge in renovations. What's your secret for getting happy customers to actually leave you a review? And how do you handle it when a job doesn't go? Well, you already talked about that. So how do you get happy customers to actually leave a review?
Okay, well, number one is communication. Number one, and as I said, fill them in with the good, bad, and the ugly. I will immediately tell a client if we made a mistake, we did it.
That's
We will
hard to
fix it.
own. That's hard
You-
to own. It's good.
Well, if you want that good rapport, the only way to keep it is truth. And I'll tell you, even we screw up. Not often, but we have. Again,
We're
step back,
human.
take a breath, explain it to the client. And right there, again, you've got that rapport, you've got the honesty with them. Fix it.
Nice.
That's one of the biggest. Yeah. And the good morning in the mornings. Have a nice evening. Have a great weekend. Again, it's that client care. It's the clients.
I love that. I love that. It's good, good practice, 100%. All right, so what's been the hardest season as a business owner, and how did you push through it?
Uh, I
Like, a
guess the
lot of guys struggle with that yo-yo effect, like too much work one month, none the next. Do you ever notice, like, certain months are busier than others? How do you manage that?
Again, we've been pretty fortunate because we do interior and exterior. But I'm going to tell you one of the biggest struggles we had is when let's say from the years 2020 to 2024, with what was going on there, just trying to adapt and calm people's fears and any that. Yeah, there was a lot going on. That that awakened me as well with how we can better things, handle things within ourselves and amongst ourselves as well. Because there was a lot of stress. There's a lot going on. Uh, Again, it's because we are inside, outside a full service company. We don't really have a downtime. We have some peaks, of course, but our downtime is steady, which
That's
allows me to breathe.
awesome.
But
That's
our peaks,
awesome.
I'm going to tell you, when you're one of the most important things, as we started to grow, again, my past life, I left that because it was just getting too stressful. no family life, etc. So I thought I'd do this and just keep it modest. All of a sudden, it just blew out of the water. So I'm going to tell everybody I got caught in the same trap. It's exciting. It consumes your time, your energy. Uh, Always remember if you've got a significant other, you've got kids, they're your biggest fans and supporters. Always take the time for them. I
That's
didn't
good
eat first
advice.
and I did click in after. But if I can give you a heads up, number one, again, because your significant other is going to be there and support you through all this. So remember that your clients and your family, and you'll do well. You'll be fine.
Awesome. All right. So I gotta ask, my ex, he was a contractor. He is a contractor still. He's a great contractor. Fully support him in his profession. But he did something really weird in the contractor world that I think is really weird. And I heard it over and over and over from the people working from him, but it took him a while. Like I have a marketing brain. He was just like construction, you know? Um, so I was like, you need to talk about the fact that you're like the people's words, not mine, right? So the words that I got back from people is what Karen does actually works. And so I started whipping out my phone every time someone said that and I recorded it. So I have like 200 videos of people saying what I do actually works, right? So in his case, it was you leave the job site so tidy. Like when you go home for the day, I barely even knew you were there. Like it's ridiculous. There's so much progress, but like it's not a freaking mess. And I'm like, you need to start telling that story, right? So what makes you and your business different from others in the area? If you were to like play back what all these customers say about you, someone had a video camera and had whipped it out and like asked them to say it again, what do they say about you the most? What is it for you?
Uh, Again, yeah, cleanliness. I've got a little bit of OCD when it comes to cleanliness, so I guess I've instilled that in the our team. Uh, but especially when you've got the wee ones, you got the little ones on site and everything, and none of us want to be tripping over anything ever. I know the guys used to years ago because unfortunately they call me not for good reasons most of the time. So what they would do was they had a mason jar and they poked holes in the top and they filled it with pine salt so that when I walked on the job, it smelled fresh, it smelled clean, and that just puts me and everybody else in a good mood. But yeah, cleanliness is number one. That and again, I actually hired one of our clients' sons. It was 10 or 11 to help us clean. We were doing
Mm,
a basement, and we made sure it was safe. But he'd sweep and stuff like that. It does make it fun. He used to call us the hey basement guys.
nice. I
Yeah,
love it. All
yeah.
right. So last couple of things here. So when someone works with you, what happens? So they come in, they call you or they text you or however they come in to find you. Like where do most people find you? Is it social media because of your posting so much? Like do they message you? Do they call you? What happens first? Let's walk it through step by step.
A lot is social media.
Okay?
I'd say 60% plus will be social media. The
60%.
rest will be word of mouth and repeat clients.
Awesome. All right. So
Typically,
they
yeah.
call you or they text you or they
Typically,
DM
I will get
you?
a text or a messenger or through email on our new request a quote
Okay.
button on our website, and then
So how long before like so I come through to you one of those sources. How long do I have to wait before someone gets back to me?
typically, depending a couple of hours.
Okay. So in a
It
couple hours,
depends.
do you call me back or how does that work?
It all depends on how you reached out to me. If you've left a phone number or not. Uh, if you've left a number, then I will call, or it'll say, text me at this number if it was Messenger. I get a hold of you from there, and then I let them know my availability to come out, discuss their project with them a bit first, and then check their availability, and then go out and see them, and we go from there.
Okay. So well, then what happens? So you come out on site and I say, "I want this bathroom gutted. It's old, it's horrible, the tile has grout issues, the bathtub is stained, it needs reglazed," or I'm I'm not in construction, so I don't know what that means. I say, "My
Yeah,
bathtub is I can't clean it.
yeah,
How ca
yeah. Yeah.
my grout, I can't clean it anymore. Just take out the tub and put in a walk-in shower." What happens? Do you, like,
Okay.
measure right away? Do you just give me an estimate? Like, what happens
No,
next?
okay. So first, I got to see what you want.
Okay.
I want to know what your vision is first. I need to see that.
'Kay.
Once I've got that, I've got what you're wanting. If you want a niche in your shower stall, in this instance that you're bringing up, what kind of vanity you're looking for, what kind of tiles, what are you looking for here, here, here. Once I've got that, and I've spoke with the client for say about 10 minutes or so. I'll take my measurements. I'll take everything I need to. I've got all that stuff. I'll sit down with them afterwards. That gives me a chance to think as well on the conversation we had. Then I'll sit down with the client. I've got a few ideas here. Would you like this kind of a bench? Would you like this? Would you like this? Let me show you something here that we've done or something that's new products out that you might like. So then I'll talk to them and follow up as well after I do the measurements. Now I've got more of an insight into what they're looking for, what they want. That helps me price it more accurately. Uh, it, I'm not going to suggest 200 $200 square foot tile when they're looking for something that's $10. So it gives me that feel to give them something in their price range that suits their living environment, what their family needs, whatever needs they have. After which, so then I'll get the estimate off to them. I give them a couple to 3 days, give or take, and then I'll follow up. If you got any questions, let me know. If we're having any kind of a promo or something, I'll backdate it saying, next month I'm doing a promo. I'll extend it to yours. And just again, attention. Don't get pushy. Don't be overwhelming, but don't do an estimate and leave because they're going to think you forgot about them. They'll forget about you.
Right.
So just
So
stay
in that first
with, yeah.
so just so I understand, in that first interaction, you're talking to me, you're understanding the scope of the work to be done, and then do you discuss, like, do you have samples and tile options, or does that happen later? You just give an estimate on that day? Do you do 3D rendering? Like, what kind of thing happens next? So when you say you follow up, what does that mean? Like, what would you do in the
So,
process?
well, I let them know initially as well. I'll bring all the samples over. I do the shopping. If they, for example, saw online that they like this tile here, and I'll direct them where to look, then you just let me know. I'll go pick it up. I'll handle all that kind of stuff. I'll bring stuff to you because if you go to a tile shop, uh, they've got 1,000 different samples. I That's not for everybody. That can be overwhelmingly wow. So I'll bring you 5 or 10 because I've already got a sense of what you're looking for. So I try to simplify that process because there are some people that simply just I don't know what I want, Mike. I got no idea. So I'll have a look around their house as well. As we're going through into the area that we're doing and get a feel of kind of what they would like, what they'd want, and I'll shoot them some ideas, some pictures over text or whatever. They'll give me the yay or nay, and then I narrow everything down. Then I basically take a package to them of, in this case, we're talking about a bathroom shower stall. Here's some tiles, here's some sills, here's color for a vanity, here's the style of a vanity, and I bring all that with me, just kind of a package. Sit down with them for a bit, go over it all, make sure everything that I bring them that I'm going to present them is within budget. I'm not going to say it's again $10 a square foot. I'm going to show you something that's $100 a square foot, and you're going to fall in love with it. I keep within the budget, so that's the biggest what I do there. From there, by the time we start the job, we've already got a rapport with them. I'll go in a couple of days prior. I'll explain what we're going to do, when we're going to start, when our start time is, when our completion time is. Uh, just get everybody ready, everyone prepped, depending on the scope of work. If it's a larger job, if we're doing a full house, all three levels or something, I'll bring in all the team members, everybody that's associated with it to meet the homeowners. Everyone can meet, everyone gets a sense of what's going on. So you're not walking into it blind. I try to do it as seamless as possible so everybody's happy.
Awesome. It sounds like you got a real system going on there. All
It seems
right.
to
I
work. It
think
seems to work for us. So
Yeah, I think that's all the time we have for today. So I appreciate you coming on and being real about pricing jobs and leads and customers and happiness and reviews and pipeline management. And it's easy to pretend everything's perfect, but the guys listening to this really need to hear the truth about the business side. So where can people find you if they want to see your work? What's your website?
it is Mike's Home Rejuvenation.com.
Awesome.
We're all over the place.
That's
you
okay.
can
They can find all the links in
you
the
can
description
Google
below.
us, and yeah, you can Google us
Yep.
and you'll find us. Yeah.
Right. So wherever you're listening to this or watching this from, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple Podcasts, you can find all the links in the description below. And if you would like to be a guest on our podcast, email us at therenoring@gmail.com. And that is it for today's episode. Thank you for listening, and we will see you on the next one.